Hi everyone and welcome once again to the channel. It's your boy Luis Portelles and today we're going to be talking about Miss Universe Philippines 2023, but more precisely the photo shoot challenge that was just released a few days ago. I've been craving to talk about these photos for the past few days, but I've been so busy, so many things going on at the same time, you have no idea. But I am finally here and I get to share with you guys my top 12 standouts out of this particular challenge. If you enjoyed this type of videos, you know what to do. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and be part of the conversation in the comment section down below. I will see you right after the intro with my top 12 and all of the chica. Let's just get right into it, and I want to start by giving a little bit of visibility to one of the dark horses in the competition, in my humble opinion. Of course, I am talking about Miss Negros Oriental. For those of you who took a little time to get to know Vanessa, you know that she moved from Germany to the Philippines to compete at Miss Universe Philippines. Therefore, this girl is putting everything on the line. She came with a bag of clothes, shoes, and nothing else. And here she is looking absolutely stunning in the photo shoot challenge of Miss Universe Philippines. I know firsthand because I did get to meet her a few times how hard she is working. And I also know her pageant manager, my friend Gian La Sala, who is doing an absolutely amazing job. I think that Vanessa has never looked better than in this outfit. With this gown, this glam, the hair, I just absolutely love this look for her. And this is exactly the level of consistency that I am expecting for the rest of the competition, especially when you're going for a title such as Miss Universe Philippines. All I can say is keep it up and keep them coming. Let's move on to one of the girls that is quickly becoming a fan favorite as well. Of course, I'm talking about Agusan del Norte. There has not been a moment in the competition so far where I felt let down by Miss Agusan del Norte. Everything from her looks, her aura, her fierceness, every single thing that you will consider in a pageant contestant, she has mastered it. To be honest, I'm not quite sure how big her team is, how many people she has behind her supporting her, but in any scenario, she comes across as a girl that knows exactly what she's doing. Everything from the looks to the poses, to the facial expression, to the glam. When you look at this photo, there is absolutely nothing to criticize. I encourage you guys, by the way, to go on the Miss Universe Philippines Facebook and Instagram because there are other photos. I just picked the ones that I kind of like best, but there are also other materials that you guys can appreciate as well. Now let's move on to Miss Tiaong Quezon. I'm super excited for Afia this year. I told you guys about her on my last video. As I said before, when I met her, I got this vibe of a very strong character, strong presence. I like that, especially for a title holder. And this is exactly what this photo is giving me. Although, of course, she's all glammed up, she has some jewelry, she has her makeup on, you still can feel confidence, a lot of strength that is exuding from this portrait. I absolutely love how the makeup is contrasting here with the dress, and I love what they did with the jewelry. For the earrings, very simple, but they accentuated the hair with this golden chain. And talking about hair, that's also another thing that I love about her. At this point, I'm telling you guys, do not sleep on Afia. Miss Tiaong Quezon is here to stay, and I'm really excited to see how far she will go in the competition. All we can do at this point is just root for her. Moving on, the next on the list is Miss Zambales. Of course, CJ, I am in awe of this woman. She delivers every single time. It's not because you have all your makeup on and your gowns. That doesn't mean that you cannot go out of your shell and showcase your personality. When I look at this portrait, that's exactly what I get from CJ. We always say that she is one of the performers in this batch of girls. And just look at the photo. It's so dramatic. It's so extra. It's so flamboyant. So I think that she has found the perfect balance of giving us the glam and all of those things, while at the same time still giving us the X factor, which is the reason why we love CJ so much. This for me is definitely a home run. This list wouldn't be complete without Miss Pampanga. Angelique has arguably one of the most beautiful faces and physiques as well in the competition, but I'm gonna just focus on the face for this particular video. If you guys go and watch her full body photos with her gown, it's a stunning piece, and of course she looks incredible in it, but I truly love how she looks so beautiful and she is able to capture the attention of the camera. At least that was the case for me. My attention went completely to her facial features rather than to the gown or to anything else. That is something hard to accomplish because when you are completely dolled up, you're made up, of course people want to look at every single detail, but the fact that you are able to retain people's attention just with your facial beauty, that says a lot already. So I'm kind of curious to know, because I know that a lot of people are rooting for her, but also there are other veterans in the competition. How would you feel if Miss Pampanga was to be crowned Miss Universe Philippines? Let me know in the comments. Moving on, let's talk about Miss Cebu Province, Emmanuel Vera, looking amazing in this particular gown. I love this portrait so much. Let's get right into it. First of all, I'm wondering who did this dress, because the fit on Emmanuel, perfection. Her body is so toned. I can only imagine for how many months Emmanuel has been working on her physique. And of course, she always had the facial beauty as well. So, you know, that's already granted. There's something about Emmanuel's pose that I really love. Very confident, is very strong, giving me a solid presence. As in, she's very sure of herself. She doesn't need to try too hard with the poses or with the facial expression. She's just presenting herself as she is, very model-esque in a way. And we know that that's exactly the prototype that Supra will normally look for. And that's exactly what Emmanuel is going for. So it kind of makes sense. But I just thought that from the moment that I saw this portrait, it was definitely one of the standouts for me. So here it is on my list. Let's talk about Miss Baguio Krishna, always looking absolutely stunning in every single photo. This one is no exception. First of all, I really love the gown that she's wearing here. This very light blue reminds me of the sky, and the stones that we can see on the dress also add other shades of color. Similar to my comment for Miss Pampanga, I think that Krishna has one of the most beautiful faces in the competition this year. I really like her personality as well. She's very soft, but then with her looks and her presence, she gives us a little bit of an edge. So it's a very well-rounded package in my opinion. You can see in this photo, for example, the pose is giving me very extra, very confident. However, the facial expression, she's not trying too hard. It's very soft, just very natural. That's exactly the reason why I selected this portrait, because it embodies that essence that Krishna gives me, at least in my opinion. Miss Davao Oriental has been one of the girls who gave us a lot to talk about, and this time around with the photoshoot challenge, she is delivering once again. There's something about Clarissa that I really like, and I know that of course she's backed up by aces and queens. She is a seasoned queen as well, because she has competed at a major national pageant as well before, but I don't think that she comes across as having the biggest fan base out of all of the girls. However, she still manages to stand out every single time, and for me that says a lot. That's so important. I really like this look. I think that this dark shade of blue looks absolutely stunning in her. She looks like royalty. I love the pose. I can see the confidence. I can see the playfulness. And this is just one of the examples where Clarissa really manages to steal my attention. It's kind of funny because this is the photoshoot challenge. However, there have been many photos that I'm just looking at her and I am completely in awe. So she could have just submitted any of those photos and she will still be a standout, at least in my books. How do you guys feel about her? Let me know in the comment section, please. I'm kind of curious to read the room and know how you guys are perceiving her at this point in the competition. Now, let's talk about Miss Bohol, Pauline Amelings, looking absolutely stunning. She came to the photoshoot challenge with a red velvet gown and she looks absolutely stunning. Now, I like several things about this look, so let's get right into it. First of all, I appreciate the hair in a bun, very minimalistic, just allows me to take all of my attention to her facial features, the jewelry, the makeup, and of course her physique as well. I think that adding big and long earrings here was very smart. It just brings my attention to the neck and the definition that she has. I think that Pauline has definitely been working on her body so much, especially since last year, and even before that. She mentioned that whenever she joined Miss Universe Philippines, she would always get a lot of bashing and a lot of negative comments about her body. I do believe that's one of the things that she has really focused on whenever she was preparing for this year. They kept everything with the makeup very minimalistic, just a little bit of blush, at least that is, you know, very obvious to the eye. Contrast with the eyeshadow, the lip, and the gown that she is wearing. Overall, I think that Pauline really shines here for her natural beauty, and that for me says a lot as well. So I'm really excited to see what else we're gonna get from her for the rest of the competition. Now let's talk about Miss Makati, Michelle D, giving me exactly what I would expect from Michelle D, and I mean that in the best sense of the word. Michelle is one of those women who transmits a lot of power when it comes to her look, to her presence, and she doesn't need a lot of accessories and a lot of, you know, extra added things in order to achieve just that. This is the perfect example of that, you know. The gown was fairly simple, just some white and black, very classic. Nothing crazy going on with the colors here, which for me takes all of the attention back to Michelle herself. She added a necklace and of course very discreet earrings as well, which just helps to elevate the entire look. But at the end of it, you know, when I look at her photos, the standout for me is truly her presence, her aura. And that should be exactly the things that we're looking for in the next Miss Universe Philippines. Remember this entire concept that we now have about the transformational leader, and, you know, a person that is a leader is a person that when they go on stage, when they are in front of everyone, everyone wants to just shut up and listen. That's exactly the vibe that I get from Michelle right here. If she looks at me this way, I'm sorry, but I will be seated and I will be listening. I am super excited to talk about this candidate because I don't think I have talked about her before, but Miss Eastern Samar was one of the standouts for me during this particular challenge. I just absolutely love the dress that she's wearing. I appreciate the metallic red with the matte color and the stones that were added in the torso. For some reason, I really like the fact that this is not a long evening gown, but instead is a little bit shorter, which shows a little bit more skin, makes it a little bit more playful without compromising that very classy and elegant look. On top of that, I think that this is a perfect gown to really accentuate her physical beauty as well as her facial beauty. Oh my God, whoever did her makeup, her hair, you know, the styling here is definitely on point. So Miss Eastern Samar, please just keep up these looks, keep up this consistency, because I am living for it and I cannot get enough. Of course, we need to talk about Samantha Panlilio representing Cavite. Samantha always delivers with the looks, and you know, in very good grand fashion, no pun intended, she always comes out with something extra. You know, her looks, her makeup, her glam, her hair, everything is always so on point and so next level that sometimes we kind of get used to that from Samantha. Here, I truly appreciate the fact that Samantha went more with a simple look for the photo shoot challenge. Actually, the hair is very minimalistic, just, you know, a good old bun. With the makeup, there's nothing crazy going on. They just kept all of the skin tones pretty much. And I think that most of the drama here is really happening with the dress. The color, the train of the dress, you know, very big, very large. I think that that's really the extra, the grand aspect that we were getting here from Sam. But for everything else, from makeup, styling, even the shoe, very, very simple. And I am glad that we get to see this side of Samantha as well, because it just shows how versatile of a queen she can be. So anyways, you guys, let me know in the comment section, what do you think about these girls? Is there someone else that you would add on the list? I am aware that there were a lot of strong looks for this particular challenge. So believe me, I know I'm leaving some people out. But if you make the list longer than 12, 15 picks, it gets kind of boring. So you get the point. Let me know who was the standout for you and who would you like to see as your next Miss Universe Philippines. Thank you for watching, guys. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and leave a comment. I will see you on the next one with more content and more videos.